When I'm underneath the bright lights, when I'm trying to have a good time, 'cause I'm good now, you ain't mine. Nah, 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 nah. Don't call me up when you're looking at my photos. You're getting hot, losing control. You want me more, now I let go. Nah, 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 nah. I'm over you and I don't need your lies no more. 'Cause the truth is without you, boy, I'm stronger. And I know you said that I changed up my cold heart, but it was your game that left scars. Ooh, I'm over you. Don't call me up. I'm going out tonight, feeling good now you're out of my life. Don't wanna talk about us, I gotta leave it behind. One drink and you're out of my mind. Nah, nah, take it up. Baby, I'm on a high and you're alone, going out of your mind. But I'm here up in the club and I don't wanna talk, so don't call me up, 'cause I'm here looking fine, babe. And I got eyes looking my way, and everybody's on my vibe, babe. Nah, 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 nah. Don't call me up. My friend said you were a bad man, I should've listened to them back then. Oh, now you're trying to hit me up again. Nah, 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 nah. I'm over you and I don't need your lies no more. 'Cause the truth is without you, boy, I'm stronger. And I know you said that I changed up my cold heart, but it was your game that left scars. Ooh, I'm over you. Don't call me up. I'm going out tonight, feeling good now you're out of my life. Don't wanna talk about us, I gotta leave it behind. One drink and you're out of my mind. Nah, nah, take it up. Baby, I'm on a high and you're alone, going out of your mind. But I'm here up in the club and I don't wanna talk, so don't call me up.
Hey, like that. That was nice.
Thank
Everyone,
you.
don't be afraid to clap. Yes, I love it. I love it.
Clapping for myself.
Awesome. Shout out to you all. You did great strumming on the guitars. Mabel, I gotta ask you the question.
Yeah.
So that's called "Don't Call Me Up,"
It is.
and I feel like I know what that means to me personally. But what does that mean to you? What does the song mean to you?
I wanted to write a breakup song that was empowering. Like, I think it's so easy to look at the negatives in a breakup and be like, everything's over and you're sad, but actually, like, things happen for a reason. And you know, when you get to that point when you don't care about somebody anymore, when they're calling you and you're just like, oh my God, I don't care and I feel better off without you, like, that's the best feeling. So I wanted to, like, capture that, I think.
I think you definitely did.
Thank you.
So I heard in the song, there was one line where it's like, my friends warned me. And so that made me think of a quick question. How much should friends have an input in relationships? Because, you know, let's be real, let's be honest, there's people you meet before you get in a relationship, you have your friends.
Right.
All right. And
That's forever.
Hopefully that's forever.
That's forever.
That's forever, all right?
Yeah.
And so then you get into a relationship and everything's all bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. But sometimes there's a girlfriend or two that's like, nah, fam, we can't do this. We can't do this. So how much input should friends have in a relationship?
That's a really good question. Do you know what? I learned a lot from the relationship that Don't Call Me Up is about, that like all my friends were telling me about this guy and it didn't matter. Like, I was just like so hypnotized with the whole situation. I had to realize for myself. So I always think like when my friends are in a situation, like you can only tell somebody so many times, they have to realize for themselves. But I'm definitely going to like listen a bit more. I don't think like if I had a friend that was like, you should never see this guy.
Right.
But I think like I'm definitely going to listen a little bit more and like see some more signs, you know?
It's harder to see red flags when you're smitten.
It's true, but you have to learn from your own mistakes. It's not just enough your girlfriend's being like, he's trash, you shouldn't go out with him. Like, you kind of sometimes just have to find out for yourself, sadly.
This is absolutely true. So I love the song. Tell me about the writing process. You say it came from a personal part. How hard was it for you to write, or time had passed before you were able to put pen to paper and then sing out those melodies?
Do you know what? I actually wasn't over this person when I wrote this song.
Oh my God, that had to be tough.
I wrote the song because I was like, I want to be in that place of just not caring.
Right.
And I was like, I know that like I've had that feeling before, and I know that time heals everything, and that I will get there.
Eventually.
So eventually.
Eventually.
So I want to write that anthem to remind myself that it's all going to be okay. And in 3 months, 6 months, a year, whatever, I probably won't care anymore. And I'm here. I guess it's like a year later. I don't care anymore.
Oh, congratulations! Good for you.
Thank you.
But when you were, I guess, putting the song together, did you let that individual know that, hey, I wrote a song about you and that you're gonna hear it? Did you give them that? Did you give that person the heads up, or was it like, bam, you hear it, this is me?
I don't think people should get the heads up. I think it's just like, I think they just should hear it on the radio. But it depends on what you did. Depends on what you did.
Depends on how that situation went. Speaking of radio,
Yes.
I'm assuming, I'm going to ask you, have you heard yourself on the radio? Like, have you heard the song?
I have heard the song.
So hearing yourself, I want to ask you, hearing yourself on the, where were you when you heard yourself for the first time? And what was your reaction? What was going through your head?
I think when I heard this song for the first time, I was in London in a car, and it was like crazy because everybody kept telling me like your record is getting played everywhere, and I was like, really? Because I don't hear it anywhere. And then I heard it on the radio that night, and then like just kept hearing it everywhere, and then heard it in America for the first time, literally like last week when I was in Chicago, and that was like crazy because I've always wanted to come over here and like have my songs played on the radio and stuff. It was like, oh, we'll get there, and then it just kind of started happening.
Is it transitioning hard from where you were to have music played here in the States?
Yeah, do you know what? It's hard to break records out here. Like,
really?
Yeah, it's difficult to get played over here. I mean, you already have so many amazing artists, so it's like, you know, breaking into that market is difficult as an international artist. But I guess with the right song, you can end up in Atlanta.
There you
talking
go.
To you.
A couple,
which is cool.
Couple red flags. You just don't pay attention to them. You write the right song, and
exactly,
here we are.
Yeah.
All right, so talk to me about what's upcoming for you. What are you working on, possibly, that we would love to know about, because
For sure.
you already have a banger on the way. So like, that's happening right now. So what's coming down the pipeline?
Well, obviously more records. But yeah, my debut album is due to drop this year. Can't really go into the specifics too much, other than that, like, I'm an album person, so making like a proper album has been such an important process for me, and I really was like always really adamant that I was never going to rush it. So it's been like a sort of 2-year kind of process.
2 years. How many songs have you written, or like
a lot of songs. A lot of them are trash. And then you write like every 10 songs or 20 songs, you write a good one. And,
so it's like photography. You take a bunch of pictures,
exactly.
and then there's like maybe out of 100, you might have 3.
But you have to write all the bad ones to get that one good one. That's like, you know, the process, which I think is so much fun. And yeah, I would just say like I've gained so much confidence from writing the album. So that's what I want to give back to people. I want people to feel good about themselves when they're listening to the records. All
right, cool. We got we have a guest in the studio with us as well. Kenny's over here. What's going on, Kenny?
Hey, how's it going?
Yeah,
so
good.
Kenny's got a question. I'm gonna pass the mic over to Kenny.
Tell me.
Kenny, do your thing.
Okay, cool. First of all, that performance was super awesome.
Thank you.
Ollie, you're a dope guitar player.
He is. Ollie's fantastic.
It's always Ollie.
Man. But one thing I definitely liked was the fact that you mentioned that you're more of like an album artist, which I find absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
Because I'm a huge like music person. Play a few instruments myself.
Sick.
But noticing these days, a lot of artists put out so much music, but
right,
forget that, you know, an album is like the most important thing in like your chronological
totally like a time
career
stamp.
order.
Yeah, for sure.
So the fact that like you took your time with it means that you totally get it.
Thank you.
Is
Thank
awesome.
you.
How do you make piggybacking off of Kenny, how do you make the decision of what makes the cut? Because you said you've been doing it for 2 years, so I'm expecting like that's got to be some, trash or not trash. Even the good pile now, it has to be hard to cut through.
Yeah, it is difficult. I think it comes down to, you know, obviously when you're making EPs and mixtapes and whatever, you can just sort of be like, here's a collection of songs, a little, you know, moment in time, here's what I've been up to. With the album, I think when it comes to picking the records, you have to think what songs go together, what's the story that I want to tell, rather than it being a collection of short stories. So I think I've thought about it lyrically a lot, and then sonically obviously as well. I want to be the kind of artist which is like, not that I change all the time, but I've wanted to show on the album that I can do all these different things and still remain true to my artistry.
Cool. What's close to your heart? Like, and I asked this question by saying, if for someone who's getting to know you, and yes, we know you sing and you make great music, but are you an animal lover? Are you do you secretly love, like, make sushi at midnight and like you just do like great things? What, getting to know the deeper version of you, what is something, what's close to your heart that you love to do that? What makes you happy?
what makes me happy? I'm like, I don't know, I just write songs and sing them. I'm like, that literally makes me the happiest. What else? Just like literally just normal things. Like I just love like seeing my family and hanging out with them, and like I am an animal lover. I'm a vegan. You know, there's a number of things, but definitely like just telling stories and writing and reading and like stuff like that just gets me.
What's the last thing you read that touched your heart, or what last thing you, or maybe last movie you watched, or something that touched your heart? What was that?
Gosh, I'm reading a sick book right now, which is called The Subtle Art of Not Giving a.
Oh, okay, okay.
Which is really good because I'm an overthinker.
Are we now? That's definitely me as well.
And it's been super helpful. It's just about, letting go a little bit more. Not like not caring, because obviously you want to care about things. But it's just about like prioritizing like what's important to you, and like just trying to let go of like caring too much about what other people think and stuff. It's really good.
Absolutely.
I recommend it.
Absolutely. My last question for you is when people hear your debut album, what do you want them to get from it? What is your end goal? What is your end thing? Like when people hear it, they're like, I see this picture.
Yeah, I mean, it's what I was saying before. I think I grew up with loads of confidence issues and anxiety and struggles with depression and things. And I think with things like that, you kind of think quite low of yourself. So if there's anything I can give back to people, is that I want them to like feel themselves, because like that's what the album's done for me. I've gained so much confidence from it. So I think after listening to however many tracks I end up deciding are on the album from beginning to end, I want you to be like, damn, I'm great. That's how I want you to feel about yourself. Like, I'm sick.
Well, you guys are going to have to kick me out just in case you do. Let me know if I'm going too long. But now that you've opened up, I feel like you've opened up another door. You just mentioned like depression and anxiety and things of that nature. And I feel like especially with this generation and with so much going on in the world, I feel like that's a heightened sense of a lot of people are feeling that. What was going on? What was happening with you, I guess, that if you don't mind sharing, that caused your anxiety or depression or like made you feel down? What were you going through? And then how did you manage to come out of it?
I mean, specifically, I don't think there was like one thing or two things. It was just something that like from a super young age, I just carried the weight of the world on my shoulders and had a lot of big questions and was like, suffered from a lot of social anxiety and social situations and things. And yeah, when in my teens, it was really bad. And I mean, being a teenager is difficult in general.
So awkward.
It's difficult, right? And I think that, you think that everybody else is so perfect, and then you grow up and realize actually everybody goes through it and everybody has good days and bad days. And the biggest realization for me was just that like you don't have to be okay all the time, and all you have to do is tell somebody like, hey, I'm having this kind of day today. And like it's not about running away from it, it's just about accepting where you are.
Absolutely.
And the reason why I talk about it and like why I write songs about it and whatever is because like I guess, you just never want anybody to feel alone. I think that's another one of my things. I'm like, we should all talk about it because it scares me so much that people
stay to themselves or they hold it in and then things get out of control. When you're feeling down, what do you listen to? And when you're feeling good, what do you listen to?
So many different things. I mean, I feel like sometimes when you're sad, you just want to like listen to sad music. Do you know what? Sometimes when I'm down, like I just listen to Take Care, the whole album from beginning to end.
Get out. In my head, I'm literally thinking to myself,
so
I'm like,
emotional.
when I'm feeling down or I just want to be emotional, and I just want to have a man cry to myself with no one around.
Marvin's Room.
Drake is that guy. I don't know what Drake goes through in life, but you play that Take Care album, by the time you get through,
it's an
you probably hit
emotional
Marvin's
journey.
Room and you're like, what is going on in my life?
When you get to Marvin's Room, you're having an existential crisis.
It's so dark in your life at that point.
But then you get to like doing it wrong and you're like, okay, I'm kind of like, See, we can
vibe together. Right? We can totally vibe together.
There you go. See?
I like that. Well, thank you so much for stopping by.
Thank you for having me.
We look forward to many more hits of yours. So as things, don't forget the little people, okay? When you make it up the scale and you're performing on like the Grammys and everything, I don't want to be like, yo, remember me? You better stop by the ATL.
Of course, I'll come back.
And then I'll find something vegan to like
please.
Eat. I heard slutty vegan's good.
Slutty vegan?
Slutty vegan, yeah. It's a... I don't make the names. I'm just saying it's vegan is what I'm told. So
okay, cool.
Like, we'll do food and things of that
nature.
That. We'll do some. Maybe the next time we'll do like a little vegan tasting while we talk about what else is going on in your life.
Fantastic. Nice.
Avoid
to see
the red flags.
I will.
As much as possible.
Yes.
Thank you for stopping by.
Thank you.